What's up? What's up?
What's good, everybody? Happy Friday, Feliz Viernes, baby! It's your girl, Mysterious Jax, and welcome to another episode of Ladies Night Radio Show. Yes, I got some great times ahead for you tonight, baby.
Yeah.
I got a special guest, you guys. I'm so excited, and of course, I have my beautiful co-host goddess, Lore.
Happy Friday! I'm so juiced.
Aren't right?
I mean,
Our guest energy is just so amazing. Like, just as soon as they walked in, I was like,
it
okay.
was instant boost
Aww.
for sure.
Well, let me go ahead and introduce them. This is a friend of the studio, a friend of Ladies Night, a friend of the Good News, and officially now a friend of the TGN Latinx station, baby.
Yay!
He has been rocking with us since like our early times. I think he's been rocking with us since before you were here, Lore.
Yes.
And I'm so happy to have him here. It's his third time on Ladies Night. And I'm just so happy. Everybody, please help me welcome this amazing, talented, visionary film director, and just so much more, Jorge Xolalpa. Hey.
Hey, welcome,
Howdy.
boo!
Hi, baby. ¿Cómo estás?
I'm good. I'm really
Yeah.
excited and really happy to be back. I love you guys.
Yes, we love you too.
Yes,
It's been
so much fun.
forever. Can I just say you were supposed to join us a while back, but then COVID happened,
Yeah.
quarantine happened, and everybody just kind of had to stay in their homes.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's
So
been?
paranoid.
I feel like you made like 400 films since I last seen you.
It feels that way.
You know, it's so funny because I've actually haven't done anything other than just like work on myself. But I haven't really done. I mean, I made a film in March, and it doesn't come out until next year. And the one that the premieres this Friday, I made in 2020 before the pandemic. So
Yeah, but that's still 2 films right there.
well, yeah.
I just made 2
I just
Exactly.
made 2
films.
films,
Exactly.
you know?
Oh,
And I was almost nominated for a Golden Globe. and,
Almost.
You know, you know.
My
just-
films have been in like so many festivals.
At a film at concert festival.
Yeah,
thank you.
exactly. Oh
so
my god.
humble. Like what? He's like 2 films in the past year.
I'm more excited to
3
tell you guys
years,
about like the 40 pounds I've lost.
Baby, baby,
we're
I was-
gonna talk about it.
We can talk about all of that. You look so good. I'm so
Yes.
proud of you. Round of applause for you getting to your healthiness. I see you.
Yeah, catch me eating a Big Mac while I got here.
It's a cheat meal. Everybody has a cheat
Yes.
meal. It's okay. It's okay. What I need you to do is turn around that cup so they don't see your secret. Para que no te vean. Mira, you're showing the el chicle. But babe, okay, so you've got to tell everybody. Like, I have a lot of new listeners now. Let them know who you are. Who is you, baby? I'm gonna say that.
I is a film director.
¿Quién
I'm a film
es Jorge?
director. I'm a
¿Quién es
film
Jorge?
director.
Pues dile.
I'm an independent filmmaker, and I make films about our community. I make films about women. I make films about Latinx people. I make films that tell stories that Hollywood is too scared to tell, or they're just
Ooh.
too scared to tell. So
Right.
catch me in a corner making a film. That sounds terrible. Catch me making a film.
Catch me in the corner, baby.
Making a film.
I wouldn't mind catching you.
What kind of film?
You'll see. No, but I'm a writer, screenwriter, and I'm also an activist. You know, I fight and I work hard for my community all the time to tell the stories that again nobody's telling, and you know I enjoy it. I don't care. I don't care what people say. I don't care what they think. To me, it's just getting that film done. Tell those stories. You know.
Right. And let them know also, like, one thing I love about you is how proud you are about being, in the DACA community.
Yeah.
And like, you're not scared. Some people are like trying to hide it, and they, because I get it, and we understand why people try to hide it, for sure. But I think that you, just being the person you are, and you speak from like the rooftops, and you be speaking like, yes, this is who I am, this is where I'm from, but I'm so much more, and we're gonna do so much more.
Yeah, I think it seems that I'm proud because I just push through it positively all the time, but it's not something that I'm really proud of because we need a reform. I talk about that all
Yes.
the time. We need immigration reform because I have the privilege of working in an industry that can hire me whether I have a paper or not. But there's a lot of people out there that are in my position that don't, like doctors, attorneys, nurses, people that have been working throughout the pandemic, that are making this future. I would say we're not dreamers, we're makers. So I'm proud to represent them and represent, my community, but we need a reform. Find it.
Every time you say that, it does something. It like activates
Right?
inside of me. Like, we're makers, doers, creators,
Yeah.
all of those things.
We're not, like I said, we're not angry,
Yeah.
we're on fire because we need
Woo,
to change.
yes. Woo!
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
interview that you posted, and I was
I
like,
went
yes,
off script.
Lord.
I
I
went off
loved
script.
it.
And
loved it. It was
I
great.
want to let our new listeners know and remind our old listeners that this was not your official journey. You didn't go to college to be a film director.
No, I went
You-
to law school, yeah.
You were going to be a lawyer.
I was going to be a lawyer because I wanted to work in Capitol Hill and I wanted to make, laws. I wanted to introduce laws. But I watched, like I said before, I watched Black Swan and it changed my life and made me, fall in love with film and become interested. And in a way, actually, I'm glad that that's what happened, being a DACA recipient, I wouldn't have much leeway or a way to get into politics.
Yeah.
So I get to tell the stories that reflect my life and the life of my niece and everybody around me. So
I love it. I love it. And we're definitely going to talk more about your new film that you're going to be launching next week, premiering actually, not launching, premiering next week.
Bitch, premiering! Yes!
Baby.
I'm so excited for you.
You guys have to understand, Joaquin and I have been following each other's journeys, being a part of each other's journeys. Him watching me from the Good News, he was like, "Girl, I see you with the new studio. You're
Yeah.
the director of the Latinx station now." And and for me to watch him and his journey and seeing all the films that he's continuously making, all the networks that you're creating, your community, like I'm so proud of you, just as much as you're proud of
I'm
me.
proud of you because I just have to say this. I remember when I started working in the industry, and I always tell the story. You guys were the first outlet to ever give me press without even knowing who I was. And it's
Yeah.
not that people know who I am now, but I've
People
relatively
know.
grown, like you guys have grown, and I remember when I came to the show, you guys were just starting. You just mentioned you guys had about 7 shows, and now you have how many? I mean, it's double
Like
numbers now,
28
double digits.
babies. Yeah.
So
it
that's
is.
it's amazing because you guys are the example. When you want something, you stick to it, and you create a vision, and you just make it happen.
Yeah, and when people don't let you into their table, you create
You
your
create
own.
your own. Yeah.
And that's what we're doing over here.
And you know what I say all the time? I know what it feels like to eat by yourself, and I have no problem eating by myself.
Woo, babe, yes,
Yes.
thank you.
That part.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
And I love what you say too all the time of like, it's not about finding an excuse not to do what you want to do. It's about finding like the reason and the purpose why
Right.
you want to do it, and just fucking get up and do it.
Yeah.
Like that was so inspiring to me.
Yeah, because who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll wake up and I end up being able to run for politics and I leave film, But it's like my journey is taking me in this place, and I'm gonna, enjoy it and make the best of it. And if I can change, something with my
Yeah.
films, I'm gonna.
I feel like you have fire, a lot of fire in your
Let me
chart.
tell you something.
Fuego, fuego, baby.
You keep spreading that fire because it ignites so many other people that we need in this industry. And we're gonna talk more about that,
Yes.
the Latinx industry. But before we do, you know, I have to start off with some cheese, man. Jorge, you know you like the cheese, man.
I love you.
Escándalo. Escándalo.
All right, you guys. To start off the show with some cheese, man, I'm gonna go ahead and start it off with maybe you guys know this person. I don't know if you guys follow soccer, football, but this right here is keep it in the family. Brazilian soccer player known as the Hulk. Do you guys know who that is?
No.
Why are you smiling like that?
I was really hoping I knew who you were talking about, but I don't know.
Like,
I don't know
Okay.
who that
Well,
is.
maybe his nickname is the Hulk. Well, he is expanding his family by keeping it in the family, y'all. His name, I don't even know if I'm going to pronounce it right. Givanildo V. de Sousa is the pro soccer star known as the Hulk. He is expecting a baby with his new wife, who happens to be the niece of his ex-wife, you guys.
Okay.
The
Okay.
niece of his ex-wife.
Okay, so no blood relation.
No.
Thank God. Okay. I was really scared because sometimes this cheese goes way less.
Way too left. No,
So-
but it's his ex-wife's niece.
Mm.
And that happens way more
Just
often
down.
than I know. But the 35-year-old took to Instagram to reveal that he is having his 4th child with his wife, Camila. He just is very grateful that he's having his 4th child, which, children are a blessing. But you guys, do you know anybody that like something similar like that's happened? Because I just need to share a story real quick. I know somebody within my family, like not within my family. So it was like a tia's husband's brother left his wife for their daughter's best friend. who was
Wait,
always
for
over
their
the house.
daughter's best friend.
Yes.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
What's the age difference there?
Like she had probably been coming over the house for like since she was a teenager, and so they got together when she was 18. And yeah,
Oh, bruh.
right? Imagine your husband leaving you for your daughter's best friend, who ended up pregnant. Now they're married and all that. So this is like this shit happens in real life.
This is why I don't have a best friend.
Facts. Yeah.
I don't.
Like,
Okay,
no.
wait. Are they happy?
Who?
This family
My
adjacent,
family
the family adjacent person you're talking about.
Honestly, I don't know, but that was a lot of big drama. I think that they're still together, to be honest, but I don't know if they're happy. I don't know about all of that.
We should call them.
We should have them on the show.
We should have them on the
Just tap on the phone icon and tap.
I mean, just imagine though, like this, like that was nobody knows about that,
Right.
But this person is. Well, yeah, now they do. They don't know their names. They don't know who. I say that's why I never say names.
Paloma and Romeo.
Mira, no, no.
Please.
I don't got no Paloma,
Real
Romeo.
novela. Paloma y Romeo.
Roberto Pañagua.
But just imagine this woman who has to like in front of everybody in public lost her husband to her niece. Like
I just have a question. So
Yeah.
the niece is gonna have a kid. What's that gonna make? What's the kid gonna be to the wife, to the aunt? Like,
yeah, right?
is it like
Another
like
tia?
abuela?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, right.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That
because,
just went way deep.
because their siblings are gonna call
The abuela, yeah.
no, their siblings are gonna call her mom.
No, there's her
No.
her kids are gonna be cousins to her niece.
Yes.
So then
Yes.
the niece's kids are gonna be her tia abuela because her niece is her tia. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, I'd be like,
That is so
oh, tia abuela se
crazy.
nos tocó.
This is the plot of a novela.
Okay, I got one more achievement for you guys. Do you guys know who Steve Aoki is? He's
Yes.
that DJ that throws the cake into the audience and like.
He was at the
Cake
Raider
steal.
Stadium. Yeah.
Was he really?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Okay. Well, Steve Aoki says he wants to be frozen with his family when he dies. During an interview,
Sweetheart.
the famous DJ said that he wants to be frozen in the hopes that he can later be brought back to life if technology allows it. He says, "My passion is in what's in the future with brain technology. The angle is finding a way to live forever." And that sounds kind of scary and crazy when you say that. My mom's 78 and I want her to live to 120 years old. I want to say, Mom, you have another 50 years left, you know? So I gotta ask all of you guys, would you want to be frozen and brought back to life, like let's say in 400 years?
I have to say he's probably not that talented. They can't let his work outlive him.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you want to be immortal, right? You let your work do it, not you. Sorry, it's the tequila.
I'm about to get you tipsy. Give me a couple
We
more.
are letting out all the spirits are coming out tonight.
Where is my deal? That's what I need.
Because seriously, think about it. Okay, so think about it. How old is this DJ? Like in his 40s, maybe?
Probably in his 40s.
Okay, and he's already thinking about like the future. Stay in the present, dude. Like,
Yeah, I
stay
feel
in the
you.
present.
I mean, it's definitely like Walt Disney vibes. I think there was a rumor too that the baseball player, no, Ted Williams or something. No,
I've never heard
Michael
that.
Jackson.
Say it.
Yeah, that like are frozen somewhere because they had the same ideation of like, you know, once technology is able to like unfreeze my body and my consciousness, it can, you know, it can live on. I feel like, do you have to really freeze yourself though? I feel like now with all these sci-fi movies and these things we're doing, like it's almost like you can extract somebody's consciousness almost, or someone's likeness to a certain point. I don't know.
What if Tupac is frozen?
But you see, okay, so all these people that were asking, like Disney and Tupac, if they're frozen, their intention wasn't to get frozen to like create more stuff in the future, like this dude said.
Mhm.
Like they were already legends by the time if they
I
got
feel you.
frozen.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably not that good.
What if you want to get frozen to become a legend in your second life? Because you weren't a legend in life.
Listen, I'm gonna say
I'm a
this.
legend.
Let it go.
Okay.
Let it go.
Let it go, bro.
I love you. I fucking love you guys, Lode. That was perfect. But yeah, you guys, that pretty much is the cheeseman I had to share with you. And I have to ask our listeners who are in the chat, do you want to be frozen? Would you want to be frozen and come back maybe 100 years to see your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, to see what legacy you've left behind? Yeah, let me know because that would be
Yeah.
kind of cool.
So we have the baddest in the chat, and
Hey.
she says that's so dope. We are on fire. Thank you for repping us. So she's giving kudos to that interview that you did. Jaime's also here. What up, everyone? And he says yes, the Asian DJ with the long hair. And Jaime says he definitely would not be frozen. And he's saying yes, Ted Williams' family had him frozen, but that was because of Lyme DNA reasons, or I guess they were trying to.
Oh, of like DNA reasons.
They were trying to.
He was the last player to bat 400 for a season. Oh, so they wanted to like get his DNA and put it into like their future kids. I don't know, make it stronger.
I don't know, or did he have some kind of disease that they were trying to cure?
Because of Lyme, right?
No,
Lyme.
I guess I don't know. I don't know if that's a typo. Jaime, slow down.
I know you have so many typos that they know you're trying to get your typos.
I thought that said he. Like I thought I said he. Like I thought they said ass. But it's.
Yeah. I mean,
He
listen,
ate ass.
this is why you need to be on my show.
This is why. Yeah.
He asked the last player, but what?
Oh, see, this is we just revelations at ladies' night. If you eat ass, you too can be like Ted Williams and bat 400 average for a season.
I love us. I love us. And that wraps up the cheese, y'all. Yes, you guys. All right. Well, of course, we always love to start our show with some cheese, man. You know, it makes the show so much more fun. But let's go ahead and get into tonight's topic. Oh, wait, he has a response for you. What did he say?
No, I can't see what I'm typing in the app. Typing the app. Okay.
Oh.
All right,
okay.
we get you. But okay, can you just confirm for us because of Lyme disease or Lyme DNA reasons?
I think he meant like the lineage. Lyme DNA.
Lyme DNA?
Yeah.
Jaime, call in. Hit the phone icon and call in.
All right, you guys. Well, we have our amazing guest here, Jorge. You know, and I was going to tell you, Jorge, you dropped the junior.
I did.
You dropped the junior. I
I
noticed
did.
that, baby. I noticed
Yeah,
that.
it was like an internal like mental thing with my dad, and I just didn't care anymore.
So I feel you.
I let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
That's the theme of it.
What's the thing? I was afraid of like something like another sibling, but I was like, what's that thing that Jayla say? There's only one brother. It's only one brother.
Oh, okay. I feel you.
There is. You're right.
So okay, let's get into you and your new movie. First of all, how do you pronounce your movie?
Melancolia.
Melancholia.
Melancolia.
Melancholia. No, I'm gonna say it right. I do got a little pocha in me, but I'm gonna say it right. I'm home here for the Spanglish.
Yeah.
Melancholia. And what is that about? Like, what can people expect from this movie? Because I know you like to make like thrillers in a sense, or like, you know, I love your genre that you create. What can we expect from this movie?
So this is actually a really heavy drama about a school shooting. It's inspired by the apartment shooting that happened in Florida, and it was inspired by I call her the CNN mom, the one that went live after the shooting, and she was like yelling at the camera saying like, do something, President Trump, do something. So it's inspired by the events that happened in Parkland, and it follows the journey of a hospice nurse during the week of the first year anniversary. And, you know, it has a really beautiful but tragic ending. So I recommend everybody can watch it this coming Friday, at the Chinese Theater at 6:30 p.m.
Yeah.
But it's a very heavy drama, and also inspired because my niece was caught in the middle of the shooting at the Loma Mall.
At the Loma Mall.
Yeah, about I think it was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
I did hear about that. So she was at the mall when that happened.
Well, she was working at the mall, yeah, and I know that it wasn't like an actual shooting. Well, someone shot somebody. It wasn't like a mass shooting, but you know whenever there's a shooting involved, they take the same precautions, and she was locked in her store by herself for like 6 hours, and you know. At that moment, you don't really think about anything other than I want to hug her, I want to see her.
Yeah.
But then after I saw her, that's when I came to terms that I have to make a film about this, and talk about it because, you know, it's an issue that's really prevalent.
No, I agree. My nephew went through something like that too. When he used to work at the Hollywood Park Casino, a lot of them went and had like a Halloween party. It was somebody's birthday and it was /Halloween, and it was at one of their homes. And I guess one of their homes, it's like an apartment that was like facing an alley in a sense. And I guess somebody came and drove by. I don't know if they got off, but I remember that they said, my nephew was telling me that they shot at the party. And somebody did get shot, but nobody died. But it literally traumatized him for a long time. Even though, like, as you said, he was by the door when when he had just gotten there, and then the shooting happened. I think they were like going towards the apartment, and then they just ended up leaving. But he said somebody did get shot. They had to drag in the, I think it was the birthday girl that got shot in the leg or something. But he said he was like just by the door. He had just gotten there, and he's like saying hi to everybody, and he was all the way in the back of his kitchen when that happened. But like, I understand what you're saying because it literally, even though nothing happened to him, he was like having these like nightmares. He wouldn't talk about it much though, but I could tell he was not the same, and it does so much to you. So even though like if you've ever been a part of a shooting or something like that, it does something to you.
Yeah.
So this movie's not based on a real story, but it's based on like
events
that have happened.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So did you talk to a lot of people that were a part of something like that?
Actually,
do your research.
I actually talked to the CNN. I spoke to
But
her.
did you talk to anybody else? No, just her.
Yeah, and I wanted her to be involved in the project. She didn't want to because she said the film didn't have any sort of activism. Because it's not an activism film. It's a film about the psychology behind this family struggling through the year anniversary, through the week following the year anniversary. But she said, she wished me the best, and she said she definitely wasn't going to watch the film because she read the script.
Of course.
And
it triggers her.
The thing is, like, I'm not hoping to impact anyone. I always say this: I make films for myself, and however the audience receives them, that's up to them. But I will say this: it's a very personal film, and it might be a little biased because I am all for gun control. I talk about that all the time. We need some kind of reform,
Yeah.
So it's a special film. It's a film that I hope people watch and understand, and maybe get something from it, and maybe not hate it, great, love it, great. I don't really care. Just watch it,
Yeah. I mean, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say that I saw the trailer and I didn't know any of like the backstory, and I saw the trailer and I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
It was very heavy, and I don't know what I was expecting, but with the name Melancolia, you should be expecting something that's very heavy and not easily digestible, right? But yeah, it really hit me, and it just makes me think of all of the trauma that we are experiencing, not just individually, but collectively, generationally. I think like when the first really big school shooting happened, I want to say that I was in high school, so I didn't grow up with that, Yes, I'm 42. Thank you very much. But yeah, so my generation didn't grow up with that, but now since then, everybody else has grown up with that, and that's like a fear that you're always having in the back of your mind. Or as more of these tragedies happen, it's like fear in different places. Like now, when you go to the movies, after Denver and college campuses and malls and all of these things.
Dropping off
like
your kids at kindergarten.
Yes. It's a collective trauma, and I think that you're right. Like when you say that you make films that Hollywood is afraid to make, and to be really honest and look at it from a perspective that is not easy to watch, but is a story that definitely needs to be told.
And also we talk about the trauma that it leads to, but think about how normalized it is, how we're talking about it, and it's not, it's probably affecting us, but we can talk about it so normal. Like we're talking about what piece of, shopping that is after,
Oh.
That's because it's like, there's a line in the film where she says, we're waiting for the next shooting, like we're waiting for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was just a shooting here at the Fox Hills Mall in Culver City.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is actually Westfield Mall now. But yeah, they had a shooting and the same thing happened. They closed everybody and everybody was stuck there. The reason I know about it is because I have that Citizen app. I don't know if you have it.
No.
And I have it. It's called, and I like it because it does keep me informed of what's going on. But some people don't like it because it's too much. It's too much for them. But it was pretty much telling me there was an active shooter that was shooting up the mall itself. So it's just scary. It's something that, like you said, it's like we're something that it's normal now to us. So it's like expecting an earthquake.
Yeah.
They have literally trained kids to plan for shootings now.
Like, do you ever, when you go to the grocery store, what do you do? Because the first thing I do is like look for the first emergency exit in case I have to run. I just do it subconsciously now. If I go to the grocery store, if I go to the pharmacy, wherever I go, like I always think about that. I don't know.
I haven't done that, but I do have to say that the last times that I've gone to the movie theater,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Oh, the movie theater for sure.
that like I definitely like it was something that I never even thought of before, and then
Yeah.
like after that happened, I was like, but
Ooh, man. Well,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to watch your film. And
I'm excited for you guys.
we will be giving away 2 free tickets, you guys.
2 set of tickets. It's 4 tickets.
Oh, look at that. I thought it was 2 tickets. It's
ticket.
2 sets, 4 tickets, you guys. So if you want the opportunity to win, keep listening. We will be asking you a
What
few.
my birthday is.
Okay.
It's public picture, so.
Go look for his birthday right now. Go look for his birthday.
I'm kidding, I don't know.
We'll do that 1 for 1, maybe. Or maybe like if name 2 of your films.
Oh, I know. No. Or I know. The lead actress is a huge pop star.
There you go.
So.
Well, I was actually going to talk about her next.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
Okay, you can talk about it. Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
just say name 2 of your films,
Okay.
and then another one for another win will be. I'll let you guys know,
Okay.
but I'll give you guys time to find that.
Okay.
Okay, so talk about the lead actress. Her name is Alessandra, right?
Yeah, Alessandro Saldo.
How did you get in contact with her, and how did that connect? Like, how did she become the lead
Oh my
role?
god. So it's a long story, but I'll tell you the short story. I wrote the script for another actress who was in a Netflix show, and I met up with her, you know, to make this film. And unfortunately, for schedule reasons, it didn't work out. It worked out, but it ended up working out. So looking through the roster, my manager, I saw that they managed Alessandra, and I said, oh, you know, she's a huge pop star, and she's acting a couple things. And I started seeing her clips and the stuff that she's been acting. So she's a really good actress. So I begged my team to, you know, to book me, to give me a meeting with her. You know, we have the same manager, but still, like, you know, she's a huge star. So they trusted me and they're like, okay, let's do it. And I met up with her around December 2018. And no, sorry, December 2019. No, June 2019. Yeah. And I said I wrote the script. I wrote the script about, you know, school shooting, and I just pitched it to her. And I gave her the script, and she gave me a hug, and she said yes, without even reading the script. She said, I'll do it. And I was like, oh. I was like,
that.
and you know, I always talk about how you should always ask what you want for, and people are so afraid because they're afraid they'll say no.
Yeah.
I'm afraid they'll say yes, because when she said yes to me, I was like, holy crap, what do I do now? Like, how do I make this film now, you know?
Yeah.
She said yes.
Yeah. And you know, we had a like huge chemistry that moment, and I just knew that I was gonna work with her forever. I mean, we're putting together my next film, which we're hopefully shooting sometime next year, or 2 years. But she's an incredible actress, and I wouldn't be surprised if she gets nominated for an Oscar for this, because she did an amazing job. You know?
Amazing. I
Yeah.
love that.
And the end of the film, it's a very terrifying scene. It was a very terrifying scene to shoot. It's actually one of her biggest fears, and that was the first thing we shot. The first day she showed up to set,
Oh, wow.
I said, "We're doing this," and she was, "Oh my god, yeah." So she's
Wow.
she's a badass, yeah.
Listen, that's kind of fucking genius though,
Yeah.
to have that mentality
Yeah.
to say like, I'm not gonna give you time to fucking build this worry and fear and anticipation
Yeah.
over this like last scene.
Mhm.
Like you're gonna show up and we're gonna shoot this
Yeah,
today.
and it's an 8-minute scene without cutting. So
Oh, damn.
yeah, and it
Wait,
involves
what scene was it?
involves music. So we had the music playing live. It's a very terrifying scene. You guys will see it. You guys will watch it.
Okay.
It's not the trailer. It's just the end. It's the end of it. It's how the movie ends.
It's how the movie ends.
Yeah.
Man.
So I definitely need something for my nervous system. Then is what you're saying,
Yeah,
nervous
yeah. I mean,
system support.
she's an amazing actress. She really did a job that that I don't think anybody else could have done, because this was done specifically for her, you know. And you know, I believe in science. I wrote the script on her birthday. I didn't even know it was her birthday. So
Bitch,
Yeah.
stop.
yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you are you're all about synchronicity
Oh, yeah.
and signs and all of that. I love it.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and also talk about just Hollywood in general, and like the lack of the Latinx, you know, just movies that they need, the actors, the writers, the directors. And I know we've talked about this before in the past of how hard it's been kind of get your foot in there and just being overseen in some things. What has been one of the most challenging things so far for you, being a Latinx director?
You know, it's hard for me to pick a specific thing, because I try to look at my hardships as blessings. I think that when something gets, like, when there's a door closed, there's a reason it's not meant for me.
Mhm.
So I walk into rooms with, you know, people who are the so-called gatekeepers,
Mhm.
and Yeah, you know, you experience some kind of discrimination. You experience moments where you just know they're looking down on you, but I never pay attention to that. And I stopped talking about it too and saying it because when I started to notice that I wasn't paying attention, things were still working out for me.
Mhm.
People would say, "Well, you're lucky, you have privilege." There's just
What?
obviously this white Mexican privilege, and I'm just thinking, well, people are always finding something.
Bruh.
Always.
But that's why I always say, like, I don't care about opinions. If you give me your
Yeah.
opinion, I'm gonna put it in a savings account, see if I get some interest, and I don't really care. You know? Like honestly, yeah. So, but as far as hardships, I mean, I don't. I mean,
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What is Hollywood missing when it comes to Latinx films? What is it? What are they missing?
they're missing their Latinx powerful executives to actually do something. That's what it's missing. Because you see the black community, how they got together, and I don't like making comparisons because it always comes down to like, oh, why are you? I'm not. The black community did amazing, and I commend them for that.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we're gonna boycott the Oscars, we're gonna do our own stuff, and
I
they
like
did.
that. Yeah.
And I love that. I love that 100%. Some of the powerful Latinos or Latinx executives in this industry are just about themselves.
Mhm.
You know, I think I've gotten more I've been held back more by them, by the Latinx, powerful executives than I don't want to say, but the white executives.
Do you think because they see you as a threat?
I don't-
Because
I
they're
don't-
probably still trying to make a way for themselves in a sense, even though we know them and we love them, they probably don't have the seat at the table that they're seeking, which what brings me to like, let's build our own table. But fine, if they don't want us there, then fuck it. We're not gonna go there. Let's create our own, and so.
Well, I think that in order to see somebody as a threat, you have to be so you have no confidence at all. And I think these people are in really powerful positions. I think it's more about ego. I think it's about it took me really hard to get here. Now it's your turn. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm not asking for a handout. But as you guys know me, I have a production company, and a lot of the crew that I work with, they're women, Latinx women, queer women, queer men,
Yes.
and it's not like I put it out there to hire those communities. It just happens because again we're all in sync, and it's the energy that we gravitate towards. But at the same time, if I see somebody that's in the position that I was 5 years, my goal as a director is to make sure that they learn something on my set. Because what's the point of them coming and doing something and then leaving without nothing?
Right.
I don't need you to get my copy.
Right.
I need you to pay attention and actually get it, be involved. And that's why I think the people that work with me continue to come back because it's a teachable set. It's like Grey's Anatomy says it's a teachable hospital. My sets are teachable sets. You make a mistake, you learn from it, we move on.
Love
And
that.
here you make a mistake and they blacklist you. And it's like, it doesn't work that way.
And from the stuff that you post, it seems like everyone is just genuinely having such a good time. I feel like you attract people that are just very genuine and very confident in their energy and in their space.
And I also
And
like
it
to
just
joke
looks like
around
a
a lot.
blast.
I like
Yeah.
to joke around a lot on set. I'm always serious and I'm focused on what I need to do, but I always have a joke, or I always say something stupid, funny,
Yeah.
And it's good because it's like work should be fun, right?
Right.
Yes.
It shouldn't be like you're going to see a dictator all the time, and I don't know. I will tell you, I've had a fair share of crazies in general in Hollywood, but that's just what the industry's about.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, use your hardships and turn them into gold.
And I gotta ask you, Jorge, like, what is one way, or just one way that, like, more people can help you to uplift, like, these Latinx creators, like yourself?
Just, share their work, watch their work, and if it's good, great. If it's bad, tell them, but be polite about it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with critics, I have no problem with people talking about my work.
Right.
But I think that the way we empower each other is by supporting each other.
Yeah.
And it starts with that dollar. Like if you're doing a fundraiser or if you're selling cookies or whatever it is, it starts with that. And if you can't support, it starts with the share. I mean, how many people here have shared a Kim Kardashian post? Seriously. Maybe not Kim
Not
Kardashian.
here.
Okay.
No.
How many of you have shared a post for Kamala Harris?
Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
And she's not paying you, right?
Nope.
No,
It's
right.
Or sports teams.
Or like Canelo, or let's say Canelo,
The Canelo fight.
Yeah.
And it's like
Somebody just posted about that. I think maybe it was T-Pain who was saying, people are out there and they will post videos of being like at the Gucci store and Prada, but they won't pay $30 for Black-owned company like a T-shirt.
Or your friends,
like $300 for like a Supreme T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that stuff is free, to support each other, fucking repost, comment, whatever.
Like
and
social media,
show up.
yeah, is the biggest marketing platform. It's free.
Free.
Like a lot of the press that I've gotten, like from like you
Mhm.
guys seen, I didn't have a publicist for a long time, and it came from that. You guys, I think you guys found out about me through there. Oh no, it was through
It was
friend.
actually through a friend of ours.
But when but it's like it's so powerful. If you have to be smart about it, how to use it. And I think that if you really want to support your Latinx creatives or your community, just even just checking in on them and saying how are you doing.
Yeah.
Because everybody's so quick to judge and tell you, you did this wrong, but nobody's asking like, how are you doing?
How are you doing?
Yeah, and it's rooted on like our family because
Oof.
you grew up in families where depression doesn't exist, or like
Right.
or
You have to constantly be producing, constantly be active, or you're like lazy. Yeah, it's a lot of like deep-rooted stuff that we gotta break the cycles on. Yeah,
Jeez,
for sure.
no, for real, it really is. But that, and I, because you brought that up, I do want to ask you a question that I'm trying to ask more people. What do you want to be remembered for?
I don't care.
Really?
I don't. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so. I 3 years ago, you asked me the same question, and I think I said my art. Right now, I don't care, because I'm so full, full of myself. I'm so full within myself of like I know where I am and I know where I'm going, and it's like I finally understood that it's not up to anybody. It's not even up to me. Like I'm gonna get to where I need to get, whether like be making a turn here and there, but I'm gonna get there. So people will remember me for whatever they see me as, because that's the other thing too. We all have different points of view, and we see things different. So they can remember me for whatever or not. Yeah. I don't really care.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're the first person that's ever said that.
Yeah, I'm content with myself.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
And your energy and confidence and everything is like seeing your journey, seeing who you are, like, and each person has been like in that chapter. In this chapter you are in right now that I'm finding you, it's like you are a whole different person in a sense. Like you've grown, things that you went through have made you stronger, and I see that. I see that right now with you when you said that. Like that's crazy, but I love it at the same time.
Thank you.
So I gotta ask you, what's next for Jorge?
So I made it official that I'm taking a break. I'm taking a really long
What?
break. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, I talked about how I usually make a film every February, every year, February and March, and I usually start pre-production in June. But this year I haven't done anything for film. I mean I know I'm shooting a series that I'm acting in March.
Okay.
You were going to see the acting too.
And I think it's that reason, because I've always wanted to be an actor, but I've never put myself in any of my films. And this time around, I said, well, maybe I should just give this a try. But I think what in the sense of like directing and writing, I haven't written anything. I have nothing planned to do next year. Who knows? It might change. What I do know is that I want to travel. I want to fall in love. I want to eat food. I want to travel. I want to meet people. I just want to fill my soul with more experiences, because that's the beacon of where my heart comes from. Yeah. So that's where I want to do.
Speaking of finding love, are we in love? Are we dating? Are we looking? What's going on?
I am in love.
You're in love?
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
My baby's in love. Okay, baby. So what's going on with that?
Well, his name's Jorge. I'm just
I love that.
No,
That's a great answer.
Got me.
Listen, it's so funny because I told you guys a story, but I met someone, but I'm just going with the flow. And of course, I'm very interested. It's like I'm investing time, but again, it's one of those things where like, I don't know if you noticed, but when I was saying earlier, I said, I want this, but I guess if it doesn't happen, it'll be okay,
Right.
Because I'm at that point where like, if it doesn't happen, I'll probably go get in and out.
You sound like me now.
Like I want this or whatever is best for my highest good.
It's like don't be scared though to put yourself out there. If you get hurt, you get hurt.
Yeah.
But as long as they get to know you and the real you, because like I'm talking to somebody too, but it's almost like the same energy. Actually, 6'3", I'm so tired of.
Okay, 6'3".
6'3".
Is that how he is?
6'3".
That's all we get.
Or is
That's
that-
all we're getting.
Okay.
I'm Mysterious Jack for a reason. I don't share too much.
Wait, is it like everybody? 6'3" or
6 to 3? What? He's 6'3" height, but that's his nickname for the show. But yeah, we're still hanging out. We're still friends. We're still talking, and we're taking it hella slow. We're just
good.
Doing ourselves. Like I'm still doing me, he's still doing him, and focus on it. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, don't also close yourself off. Like,
And also, I'm very passionate. Like when I love, I love. When I hate, I hate.
Woo!
I'm like super
What's your
passionate.
sign?
I'm a Sagittarius. And let me tell you something. You're saying that I look different and the energy is different. Let me tell you something. I cut out of my life maybe like 10 people that I consider people that I was really cool with, and they're probably listening because that's all they do. They listen.
They be watching you.
Yes, and I got to a point where like I started to see how people were treating me, and I said, well, do I really deserve this? You're not paying me for this treatment. So that has a lot to do with it, you know. And it's like I noticed I started to uncover things about myself, how passionate I am, how when I fall in love, I fall deeply in love, and I push to the point where like I might get obsessed with certain things in my work, you know. But when it comes to like love, I do have I'm not a wall, but there's like a mesh wall where like I know it's there and I can have it. But if it's not meant to be for me, I'm gonna be okay with that. You know?
I like that. No, it's so true.
That's
Like,
a good place to be.
I definitely agree with that. Like, you need to. I know people are like talking like the world is ending, and I'm thinking like this world that we're living in is ending, but we're gonna start in a new life. Like, I always compare it with when the year 1999, everybody thought the world was gonna end because it was like the new millennium, the computers were gonna crash. I was like, yeah, that world ended in 1999, and then 2000 brought a whole different world. So I feel like I've been going through so many emotions, but I honestly, like today I was reflecting, I was like, I'm shedding a lot.
Yeah.
And I have to shed also people. Even though it's
What's your
hard,
sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay, so exactly, and I was saying because it's the year of letting go of things, right? Like
Yeah.
it's about to just return. 2022 is going to be really bad for a lot of people. Like just if you thought 2020 and 2021 were hard, 2022 is going to be like a really shitty year for a lot of people because it's like the decline of power, decline of a lot of like really corruption and stuff, whether either personal or monetary. But it's interesting because like people like you and me and us, we're starting to feel change because it's our time.
Yeah. No, I feel like I've already gone through those 2 years in 2020 and 2021, but I feel like 2022 is gonna be a year of like I'm like dead weight is off of me, and I'm literally going through that right now. Like it has been hard for me in certain times. Like sometimes you're like you were talking to yourself and like saying like, why am I with like why? You know what I mean? And I was reading something and I want to share it with you guys, but like it was something like a bottle of water, if you go to different places, costs different prices. If you go to like the gas station, it's probably like $1. If you go to a baseball game, it's probably $3, and if you go on an airplane, it's probably $5.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it was telling you in the same way, like you need to find your place because you need to find where you're more valued.
Yeah.
And if people are belittling you or people are not seeing your value, then just change places, baby.
Yeah.
And find where people are gonna value you and show you and understand you and appreciate you. So if you're feeling like people are belittling you, then bye to that place. Don't go there no more. Go to places that people see your value and uplift you and understand your value. Like understand that you are worth that $5 water bottle, not no $1 at the gas
I'm a
station.
Fiji bottle of water.
Right. But at Fiji on an airplane is like $7.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to understand like if you're not feeling accepted or valued in that place that you are in your life, then you need to remove yourself from there and put yourself in a place where they do value you.
Yeah. So I just like it took me so long to understand like if someone's cheating on me because it's a clear sign they don't want me, why do I keep coming back?
Right.
Like I don't understand, not that happened to me, but I just always thought about that, right? And it has to do a lot. It's rooted with abandonment issues. It's rooted with daddy, mommy issues, So.
Well, and there's a lot of complexity to that because being in a relationship and if you are cheated on, it doesn't necessarily mean that person doesn't want you or that person doesn't love you, but it's like their demons that they are going through and that they are facing, and it's the only way that they know how to, express it. And you should definitely not allow yourself to continue to be in that situation.
Right.
But so that's where it gets a little.
But you said it's their demons, so they have to deal with them. Not, But yeah, you're right.
Yes, it's your choice. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, well, we got to go ahead and wrap that up. I appreciate you, Jorge, for this and just sharing your information, sharing your story, your journey, and your movie that's going to premiere next Friday. I'm so excited for you. But we got to go ahead and go into our next segment. But before we do, I'm going to go ahead and ask the question. Anybody who is listening, join us in the chat. And the first person to name 3 shows on the TGN Latinx station will win the first 2 pair of tickets. Okay? You have until the end of, well, the first person actually. All right, Goddess Loaded, are you ready for your segment? Here we go. Ride the vibe with Goddess Loaded.
Vibe, baby. How are we doing, everybody, on this Friday evening? I hope you're enjoying the conversation here with our lovely, beautiful, talented friend out there. And tonight for the vibe, we are pulling from the archetype deck, and the card that we selected is the desert, the drought, the wasteland, the badlands. The desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we're confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We're thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. Almost feels like the pandemic, right?
Right.
The desert offers us no comfort, and all must pass it away. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blinding bright, and its darks are terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes call, and their call surround you. Let the winds and sands work their deep magic for the weary traveler. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy despite its desolate appearance. Turn toward it rather than away from it. So this weekend, I'm gonna invite you to ride the take your motherfucking glasses off vibe. If we listen to the message of this card, it is really about you make what you choose out of the situation that you're in. You can be in the desert and you can find solace in the solitude or in the scariness. Your creativity can come out. Or you can focus on, bitch, it's hot. Bitch, I got no water. What are we doing? When is this ever going to end? Very much feeling like the pandemic and 2020 and now 2021. It's like this desire to get through the desert and get to the other side. But I'm going to invite us to pause and take some time this weekend and just be in appreciation of the place that we are in our life and find the things that can help us grow in this time. And let's spread the life of God as well. What vibe do you want to ride? Were you gonna say something? I feel like you have some insight.
Oh, that was beautiful.
No, it was beautiful, yeah. Because I feel like I didn't even know what you were going to talk about today, but I feel like it was on sync to what we were just saying. You know, you get what you make your pattern. You know, you're I'm fussed now.
Can I just say, like, Lore always does that. Like, no, I honestly never tell her what the topic is. I never tell her what's going on. And somehow the card that she picks always goes with the show.
Yeah.
And so
It's the energy.
It's the energy, and it's real, you guys. We do not plan this. She does not know what's going to be said. I just tell her, do your segment, I do mine, and it comes together every single freaking time, you guys. But I have to say, we have a winner, you guys.
Hey.
We have a winner. Our winner is actually in the chat, and he just said it. So I just said, Jaime, you won. You're the winner. So cheers to you. You named actually more than 3,
Yes,
but the question was name 3 shows on the TGN Latinx station, and you went above and beyond. So baby, make sure you send me your name, your email to our DM on Ladies Night on Instagram, and we will be sending your tickets. Like,
and make sure you follow Melancolia Film on Instagram.
Yes, please follow.
Yes.
Please follow.
Do that right now.
Right now, go follow
Tap in
them.
right now.
We got to go into our next segment, and it is obviously one of my favorite segments. It's game time, bitches.
Hey.
Do you need a refill? Because you need to take some shots. Yes, baby. It is our time for game time. This is where I put our guest in the hot seat.
Ooh.
We're gonna play a game of truth or shot. Is your cup still full over there?
Yes.
Don't lie to me, baby. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
I think he's just projecting and trying to say that he's gonna answer all of the
I'm gonna
questions.
answer all the questions.
Okay. All right. So the first question. I'm gonna start off.
I'm so nervous because I'm so buzzed and I know I'm gonna answer the question.
Oh,
Okay, we'll get some good ones in.
okay. I mean, I'm gonna start off real easy.
Yeah.
Sweet or salty?
I'm gonna say salty because sweet becomes fat, and right now I'm on a fitness journey.
Oh, okay.
And salty,
We're going
I
back.
can burn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a giver or a receiver? Be honest.
It's a hard question because I'm really both. I like to give and I like to receive.
He's a verse, y'all. Yes.
What's your
Yes.
guilty pleasure?
Ooh, dick. No, I'm just kidding.
That's all of us.
That's all pleasure.
Now if you
No
said,
guilt.
now if you said 3 dicks, then that would be it.
Okay. Bad Bunny or Maluma?
Bad Bunny.
Okay. What is your favorite movie that you can watch over and over?
Black Swan.
That was an easy one.
Makes me
I
feel
knew
like
that
a
one.
ballerina.
Okay. Well, what is your go-to on Netflix?
I don't have anything on Netflix.
No, nothing.
No, because I think it would crap.
If they paid you to make a movie, would you do it?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Let's not hate on Netflix.
He wants to
let's
improve
manifest
the company.
Let me improve Netflix and let me
Yeah.
make a movie for you.
Netflix, call me.
Call a boy over here at Netflix.
Yeah.
And if you guys end up opening that podcast, call me too. Okay, here's the next one. If you had to get rid of one of the astrology signs, which one would you choose?
Virgo.
Oh, dang! I don't even know what's a here.
You see, I have that. It was a Virgo year.
I'm a Virgo rising. I'm a
You're-
Taurus
You're
sun sign.
the nicest Virgo I've ever met.
I'm a Taurus sun sign, but I'm a Virgo
What?
rising.
Yes, I'm a
What?
Virgo.
You gotta explain that.
Well, because Virgos are so needy.
Are they needy?
Yeah, I dated two, and they were just like, oh.
Maybe unbalanced Virgo.
They're probably like Virgo with like Leo rising, so like
Virgos, I feel like Virgos are bosses, and we need Virgos in this world. They get shit done. Okay, then moving on.
Taking a sip.
Moving on. What are your 3 favorite astrology signs?
Aries.
Besides your own.
Yeah, is that say Aries?
Aries.
Aquarius.
Oh!
And Gemini.
Are you trying to remember what I just said?
Well, I'm in there. Shout out to the Aquarius. Okay.
I have an Aquarius moon, but you want to kill Virgo, so I don't know if I would survive.
Which has been your favorite movie to direct so far?
Savages, which is not out yet. It comes out next year.
Because you're in it?
No, I'm not in it. It's Vadir Derbez and Oliver Torres, starring both of them. You know, they play a young
Wait,
couple.
which one's the one you're in?
Well, that's a series that we're shooting in March next year.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, but Savages I shot this year in March
Why has that been your favorite so far?
because it's I'm sort of reinventing myself in it, and it's a different kind of film. All my films have been about social justice issues, right?
Mhm.
And you know, this one is about a couple that is just crazy.
I can't wait to
Yeah.
see
Sounds
this.
fun. Yeah.
Do you planning to do like a comedy romance?
It's a comedy
Okay,
drama.
it's a comedy drama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. I like that. Which leading lady would you want to work with in the future?
Adriana Barraza.
Ooh, manifest. That's gonna happen. Have you ever used the pickup line, "I'm a film director," to get
Never.
somebody?
Never. Because no.
Okay, so what do you say when people ask? What do you do?
You know what? It's so funny. You're gonna laugh, but when people ask me what do I do, I always go with, "You have really beautiful eyes." Like I
What? You change the subject and they never bring it back.
I mean, they do, but I just stay with their eyes. If it's somebody, of course, not everybody, but like if it's someone that I like,
Yeah.
you know, usually I like someone because I see their eyes. I'm like, ooh, there's something. So I'll be like, "You have really beautiful eyes." I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, you have to tell you, and then we'll go into a different subject.
You don't want people to know you're a film director.
Well, they'll find out. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I remember I met someone once, and within an hour after our first date, he was like going through all the press, and he was like looking at all my videos, and I'm like, all my interviews and stuff, and I was just
You're
like,
cringe. Why did you do that?
Yeah. I tell him I'm a psychopath.
What? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my god. I was gonna ask you what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done on a date.
No. I'm a very nervous person. So like I'll start speaking with an accent. I'll be like, so have you watched this movie? You know, the one with Will Smith? Or something, I'll say something like that. Yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I
Oh
get
my
really
God.
nervous, but no.
What's your safe word?
I don't have one.
What? No
I
safe
don't
word?
have it either.
I don't have
Meaning
one.
you don't need it, or you just haven't thought of
No,
one?
I feel like everybody definitely needs a safe word.
Yes.
But I've never been with anyone that we haven't explicitly talked about like what's gonna happen, and I've never felt a need to.
I just think I'm probably enjoying it too much. I just don't.
Oh, you ain't going crazy enough, baby.
Well, you.
Or they're not crazy enough for him.
Can people slide in your DMs?
Of course. Always, please.
Ah,
Always.
DMs are open.
DMs are always open.
The
Yeah.
DMs are open,
Yeah.
y'all. All right. I mean, shout out to Jorge for going.
Oh shoot! I asked
All of that. Todo, baby, todo. Yeah, you
Dámelo
did it.
todo.
Todo. Hey, todo.
Hey.
Actually, one more. If you had to pick two people to have a threesome with, who would it be?
Ooh, definitely Bad Bunny.
Oh,
Thank
Bad
you.
Bunny.
And
Pick me.
Me too. Make it more
and, and this dude that I'm.
Oh yeah, I totally
He's
do.
probably
I
listening to us
love
right now.
that.
Right? So,
I literally answered the same thing on my show a couple of weeks ago. It's like Bad Bunny and Kinky Boo.
Yeah.
I love it, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, we got to go into our next segment of our night. It's our last segment. It is our cheers segment.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that, baby. It is our cheers and what's giving me life. This is where you share something you're proud of, you give yourself some love, or just what's giving you life this week. I'm gonna start off with Goddess Lore. Lore, what do you want to give cheers to, or what's giving you life?
Well, I want to give cheers, and it's giving me life to my sleep apnea machine. I just started using it. Maybe I'm like a week in-ish.
Okay.
And your girl's been getting 8 hours of sleep.
8 to 8 hours.
It's been over 13 years since that has happened for me. So yeah, it's literally giving me life.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to your sleep apnea machine. Jorge, what do you want to give a cheers to, or what's giving you life?
My vibrator.
Baby,
No.
baby.
No. I just made recently. I made a new group of friends, and we're in a group chat, and I love them. And I think that we are we hold each other, although we live in different places in LA, but we encourage each other. And
I love that.
I just want to give one of them a shout out because he's performing next week.
Please.
Nathan, you guys should follow my friend Nathan. He's a queer rapper. I hope I got that right. Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta have him on the show.
He's performing in Orange County next week on Thursday. So you gotta have him on the show. I'm gonna
Hit him up.
yeah.
We need to find,
You
we need to put them up.
And that's actually a great topic that I've had in my show before, and I probably want to do again. But
Oh my god, you should play a song.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah, can you? Ah! Okay.
I mean, is it on YouTube?
Yeah, just look for Nathan, Nay.
Oh. Name.
DE.
Oh, DE.
Vale. That's the name of his song. Oh my god, I hope he's watching. Somebody should text him. I should text him.
Wait, did I spell it right?
It's on Spotify too. But
Is that N-A-Y?
there's an N at the end of the
Oh.
E. Oh my god.
¿Dónde? A ver.
Oh my god.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly love that, but so I was gonna talk about
Yeah.
that being a topic, how you made new friends.
Yeah.
how people, in 20s and the 30s and the 40s can make new friends. Like, because there's people that like you feel like just because you've known them since you were like 5 or 10 or 20 or you met them in college, people are like, these are my only friends. No, honey, if they're not being good for you, if they're being toxic, let them go and make some new friends that you have interest with now, the same hobbies, the same interests. If you guys want to travel, like it's okay to make new friends. Like don't listen to that song, No New Friends. No, you can make new friends.
Well, and there's that idea that you don't want to see the truth that are coming out rude, and you rather lie to be polite. But it's like, well, if you're not vibing with it, oh my God, that's Nathan.
That's him.
Yeah. You guys need to listen to him, please. Yeah. Vale.
Okay.
I love this.
I like this.
You gotta have him on your show. Yeah.
I gotta have him on my show. Give him my information when after the show. But I'm gonna go ahead and give a cheers to you, Jorge, because literally, and yes, it's because you're also on the show, but I wanted to give you your flowers while you're here on Ladies Night. You've literally just come such a long way, even just following your journey. I know we don't talk as much. We do talk, but not as much, but I'm so proud of everything and just the love and relationship that you have with your mom, with your family. The fact that you made a movie for your mom, that's the last film that I watched, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm just so proud of you. And I know that you're going to be a big deal. You're going to make it in Hollywood. You're going to make your own path. And people are going to know your name. And I'm so proud to know that I've been part and seeing your journey from the very beginning. So cheers to you, baby. You're amazing.
I appreciate
Keep
that.
doing
you.
Keep being you. And, keep telling your story and keep making these films. Like, it's so freaking inspiring, baby. So shout out to you and shout out to you and your friends. Look,
Yes.
Naden, Vale. This is actually a dope beat. I like the lyrics already.
Yeah.
Vale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have this dream where I want to be a rapper and an artist. So I've asked him to I was like, we gotta make a song.
You know you can make a movie of you being a pop star in your own movie.
Oh yeah.
You just directed the video.
Yeah, I just finished my first video.
Yes.
Leo, yeah, that's a good friend of mine. I met him and we became really good friends. And I've always been inspired by music. So I'm a terrible singer, but I would love to rap one day.
I love it. I'm here for it.
I'm the same. I love karaoke, even though I'm a horrible singer. I went to go visit my Thea up north. She lives in the Central Valley now with her daughter, but they said when they can remember when they used to stay with us, they're like, they kept telling me, Jackie, canta. Tú sabes cómo cantar. I was like,
A ver, cántanos.
You're mistaking me for my sisters because I can't sing. And they're like, no, you used to sing when you were getting ready to go to school. And I remember you. And my mom was like looking at me, and I was looking at my mom like, I do not know how to sing.
Maybe you know how to sing, but you just somebody made one
I think I
comment
could
once
probably
and you
carry it
your...
too. But
A ver, enséñanos. No, I'll go with you. I'll do it with you.
No. I mean, and there's always a song, what's your go-to song?
Anything by right now by Caliuchis.
Ooh.
Telepatía. I love that line which says, I don't know.
My sisters love when I sing this song. I don't even know the name of the artist. I forgot the banda, but it's like, ¿Y qué pasó? Pues que se te olvidó. ¿A poco ya volviste?
It's the Jenny Rivera one.
No, that's not Jenny Rivera,
But she sang it, I think.
She sang it, but yeah, it's not her. But
Okay.
and because it's literally the lyrics repeat themselves, so that's how I know the lyrics. But I mean, they said I can sing. I don't think so, but thank you, Tia. Thank you, Prima.
Well,
I appreciate y'all for that.
You should tell what I tell people. I can sing. I never said I can sing good.
That's my thing right there too. But I would love to rap too, even though I'm not a good rapper. I'm like, keep writing my shit. I need a ghostwriter. But anyways, you guys, I'm so happy that you came, Jorge. Please tell people where they can find more of you and your amazing energy that you have.
Yeah.
Wait, did you do your cheers and giving you life? Am I tripping? Am I drunk
Yeah.
already? Who did you give it to? Where the
new
fuck
friends?
was I, guys?
In your own world, baby.
It was my vibrator and my friend.
I think
Vibrator,
yeah,
new friend.
you lost me at vibrator. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
What was I saying?
Where can people find
Oh,
you?
you can find me at Oficial Jorge Xolalpa, which is Oficial Jorge and then Xolalpa. Or MightyAphroditePictures.com, and you can see all my work there, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know how to spell that, just go to Ladies Night Radio Show on Instagram, and I already tagged him, so go follow
Or
him.
go to Google and be like, Jorge Xolalpa, and then it'll correct you.
Chalupa.
It does that. I don't know why, yeah.
We
I'm
hungry out
so
of
done
the
with
streets.
you. But please come back to Ladies Night.
Yes.
You can come here, even if you don't have any new projects, just come hang with us.
Okay.
Drink, talk, we can talk about sex, we can talk about relationships, we can talk about boys, we can talk about anything.
I'm gonna tell my friend about it, and then I'll come with him too.
Oh my God,
That would
please.
be perfect.
I'm gonna
You need to
both
have
you
all
guys.
of us, because like, let me tell you, so I have some really talented friends. He's a rapper, and then I have another friend who's a photographer. He does a lot of celebrity photography, editorial photography. And then I have another one that works for unions. He does a lot of union work.
Okay.
And then I have another one who works in a bank. He's not in the art world, but he's very, very like, it's just, we're all Latino, we're Latinx, we're queer, and we just fight for what we think is right.
I love
Yeah.
this, for sure. You gotta
Yeah.
bring them, and I'm gonna have all of you guys on the
Yeah.
show.
Yes.
I'll have somebody here or there, we can share mics, all of it. Bring
Yeah.
them all.
Yes.
We can share it all.
We can share. I don't know if we're their type.
I mean, I can watch them share. How about that?
Lore, where can people find your crazy ass?
Y'all can find me at Lotus Hustle on Instagram and Goddess Loda on TikTok.
And when is your show?
Oh, fuck. Why do I always forget that
I don't
shit?
know, girl.
Come catch me Wednesday nights, baby, at 9 p.m. Sexual Frequency here on TGN.net.
Yes, our only sex show on the whole network.
What is it?
It's real sex.
Is it about sex?
It's sex and intimacy. Yes. In the new paradigm.
All of it.
Well, I'm gonna be there.
So I want all the queer friends on my show.
Yes.
All of it, you guys. Well, you know you can find me at mysterious.jax. Make sure you follow TG and Latinx. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because we are live streaming right now. But we have so many other shows, and I can't wait to have you back, Jorge. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited. I'm going to see you next Friday. I'm taking my whole TG and Latinx family to go see you
Yes.
and your new show and your new movie, I mean.
Yes.
And we're excited.
Remember, Friday, October 1st, Chinese Theater, 6:30. Come in at 6:30 if you want to watch the red carpet.
Hey,
Yeah.
and if people
Say
want
less.
tickets, like I already have a winner. I
Yeah.
have 2 more tickets to give
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
But where can people, if they want to go, if they're, they
There's a link on my bio on Instagram, yeah. And you can come, I'll give you a little insight of Hater that is gonna be there because he's married to an actress.
You guys.
Yeah. So
There's gonna be so much hot celebrities there.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss this.
yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Please share us with your friends and your family. Thanks for tuning in. I am your host, Mysterious Jack. This is my co-host, Goddess Loaded. This is my beautiful guest, Jorge Xolalpa. And this is Ladies Night Radio, y'all. And just remember one thing, ladies. You are enough, baby. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and leave you. Jorge, we will see you next Friday at your movie premiere,
Yes,
baby.
baby.
Peace out, baby. We're going to exit this song with Snow the Product. Okay? Que le gusta el flow. Make sure you guys support Latinx artists, you guys. She's amazing. Follow her on Instagram as well.
I like this.
Hey. Yes. Okay, these are the after hours. If you're on my YouTube channel, these are the after hours. We're gonna give you just one.
Oh, we're still
minute.
live?
Yeah, on
Still
YouTube.
live.
Not on the good news, but on YouTube. Yeah, say hi to your people right here. See, make sure. Okay, tell them how they can go watch your movie if they don't go to the premiere.
If you don't go to the premiere,
Ah,
no, I don't have any, and I don't have any other screenings scheduled. But you'll see that they'll start coming out, and then I'll start posting. But follow me on Instagram, and you can see the journey.
Yeah, you guys support Latinx directors, artists, creators, actors, podcasters, everybody. Like, if you want to see more Latinx people in Hollywood, you got to support, follow, and promote us. Go share us with your friends.
Yep.
Don't keep us a secret, y'all.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Do
course.
you want to flash anybody? Do you want to bully them? Do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to all my haters. Keep watching.
Hey, if you don't got haters, you're not doing it right.
Right.
Thank you for being my biggest fans.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Love you guys. Have a great one.
Adios.
Literally, thanks for being our amazing #1 fan.